Friday. Welcome back to the Open. Just a little under 20 minutes away from the cash equities open here in Europe. Now, Disney posted a strong set of results in the third quarter and defied its streaming skeptics with a beat on new subscribers to its streaming service, Disney Plus. Shares are rising in post-market trade. We spoke to CEO Bob Chapek. He defended the company's strategy for box office releases.
Both Bob Iger and I, along with the leaders of our creative and distribution teams, determined this was the right strategy because it would enable us to reach the broadest possible audience.
Okay, joining us now for more is Matt Bloxham from Bloomberg Intelligence to dig into these Disney numbers. Matt, what were the key takeaways for you then?
Yeah, I think as you said, one of the big takeaways was the strong growth in Disney Plus, added 12 million new subscribers in the quarter, which when you compare to Netflix, which did sub 2 million, that was a strong outcome. And, they were definitely talking very optimistically about the kind of future runway. They talked about a total addressable market of 1.1 billion households across the world. With 116 million subs, still potentially a long way to go over the mid to long term. They've got plans to launch properly in a number of important Asian markets, including Japan and Eastern Europe. So, I think near-term and long-term growth for the streaming service very good. And it absorbed price increases very well. They've been positively surprised about the low level of churn, despite putting through some price increases over the last few quarters. So that was, an important point. I think obviously that the parks business came back well in the quarter. Perhaps not such a big surprise there, given that lockdowns have been easing across the world and people are keen to get back out there on holiday. But they're also seeing, strong demand going forward in that part of the business, despite, concerns around the Delta virus, particularly in the US. So I think that they're kind of seem very confident and optimistic about the fundamentals of the business going forward.
Good morning, Matt. Bob Chapek kind of very strongly defended their big film release strategy. Obviously, Scarlett Johansson has been less impressed by it. But surely this is just a facet of the pandemic. It's working in this environment. Do you not think that next year, when we assume, optimistically, that all cinemas are fully open and we go back to big screen releases, that we'll slightly revert to the old style of strategy? Or do you think we've seen a permanent shift in how Disney controls their big film releases?
From the comments yesterday, it feels like it's more of a permanent shift, and obviously theatres are going to play a role going forward. But you could just tell from the way he was answering questions that Disney Plus, the streaming platforms, are their most important priority going forward. So I think they're going to be looking to put more and more of their new content through those. They'll obviously judge every release on its merits, but I think you can see a lot more streaming first launches. Or kind of side-by-side launches with theatrical release, and when there is just a pure theatrical release, initially the exclusive window is just going to get shorter and shorter. So yeah, cinemas will come back, but I think their role going forward, certainly for Disney, is going to be significantly diminished.
Okay, implications then potentially for those contracts with some of the key talent that they sign. So for some of these blockbusters.